In this tutorial, I'll show how to do exercise 338 on page 3-5 of your handouts. Plan ahead. Let's see, notice that these arcs here are centered at the same as these circles. So if we develop a rectangle that is 2 3/8 by 3 1/2, we can locate lots of stuff. Circle the arc, that line, mirror it once, mirror the second time. These 4 circles here, I'd suggest make it easy on yourself. Draw them before rotating the assembly of 4 circles, minus 17 degrees. It's minus because it's a clockwise angle from the 0-degree direction straight right. So you want to rotate all 4 of these clockwise 17. So remember to type minus 17 to rotate them clockwise. When in doubt, AutoCAD always assumes positive angles or counterclockwise. It follows the right-hand rule, which is useful when we get into 3D work. Okay, let's get a better view of this guy. Rats. All right, zoom a hair out. There. Okay, activate AutoCAD. We'll start a brand new start from scratch drawing. I'm using 2022 for this tutorial. 2024 is out already. Okay, I'll turn off the grid. I don't care for it. You decide for yourself. I got dynamic input in. I think it's gaining popularity. Polar tracking is on and set. Whoa, let's set it to 90. Remains set from 45 from the last tutorial I did. And we want polar tracking on. I'm sorry, running object snaps turned on. Which object snaps do we want to be running? That is automatically used. The top 3 and mid-center, skip these 2. They're a little higher tech than we need right now. And quadrant and intersection. So those 5. Okay, we'll turn off other things, double check all status bar buttons are on so there's no surprises. Okay, let's start exercise 338. Let's draw that rectangle I talked about. On second thought, let's start on the upper right corner here, and we'll draw a line to the left and draw a line straight down to use the midpoints for mirror lines. So let's start in the upper right corner here. Let's dimension the circle. Interesting. Why is that black? I'll have to fix that to magenta. The small hole is a diameter of 0.5. Circle slash is International Machinist language for diameter. 4x means there are 4 such features, in this case circles. So let's draw one of these half unit diameter circles. Drop down the circle flyout, pick circle center diameter method of drawing a circle. We'll pick a point at random and type in diameter 0.5, enter. Zoom in a bit to get better, more convenient view. Let's draw a circle that will later trim to form this arc. That arc is a radius of 0.5, and there's 4 of them around this sheet metal object, gasket, whatever it is. I'll click circle. We'll drop down circle center radius, since we're given the radius. Hover on circumference, O snap, and the radius is 0.5. enter. Okay, now eventually we want to mirror this down to form this lower right corner stuff. And we'll form both of those, or mirror both of those over to the left to form the other two corners. So let's draw some guidelines that we may or may not use. I think we'll end up trimming them away, but we want to send a line 3.5 straight down, taking advantage of the 90-degree polar increment automatic T-square comes up. Hit enter to finish. And let's Osnap at that endpoint or circle center and draw a line 2.375. 2 3/8, that is, enter, and enter to finish. Okay. Okay, it'd be a good investment to develop that arc there with the fillet command before we begin mirroring, so we won't have to do it at each end. Okay. Let's see that all fillets on those corners are a radius of 0.25, a quarter inch. 4x means there's 4 of them. So let's fillet there at 0.25. We'll launch the fillet icon. And still can't enlarge the command area. We'll check the radius setting. Being a brand new drawing, it's set for 0. Let's change it to 0.25. 1/4 will work also. Enter. Okay, we've got the fillet radius set for 0.25. Let's click. And since this is a line or an arc, it truncates. Fillet command does not truncate a full circle. Okay. Okay, I think we messed up that center point. Yeah, let me undo just for the sake of that center point for mirroring. Tell you what, I'm going to draw a circle tangent radius there to build that arc, yet retain this line for the sake of its center point for mirroring. Let's drop down circles, fly out toolbar and pick tangent radius method of drawing a circle. I want it to barely touch approximately there, barely touch approximately there. Now the command prompt asks for the radius. That is also 0.25. Hit enter. Now we'll trim away the garbage. I believe we're ready to mirror 1, 2, 3, 4 objects, the 2 circles, that arc, and that line down to here using the center of this line as the mirror line, 2 points along the midpoint of that long line, which is 3.5 long. Okay, I'll hit enter spacebar to finish the trim operation. Return, whoops, I'm active in there, always something. Make AutoCAD the current application, hit enter, back to type a command. We'll click the mirror icon. AutoCAD says select objects. I'll select those 4 objects, the line, arc, and 2 circles. Hit enter when I'm finished selecting. No need to delete anything by holding shift key. Enter. First point of the mirror line is dead center of the 3.5 line. The second point of the mirror line can be either right or left. With help of polar tracking, just slide down the automatic T-square, click, answer this final question no by hitting enter or simply hitting enter because the default is no. Okay. Getting there. Let's draw a vertical line from this quadrant down to this quadrant to form this line right here. Suppose we could move this line out. It would save us deleting it later. Yeah, let's move it out. Enter, we'll move it from the center to the quadrant. Okay, let's mirror this right side about the midpoint of either of these two lines. And that'll create the other two corners. Still need those 4 little bolt holes, 1/4-inch holes here. Get that lathe tour, click mirror, select everything we want to reflect apart across the midpoint of the horizontal lines, hit enter. Snap at the midpoint of either one of the horizontal lines and polar track straight up or down. Hit enter to say, no, I do not want to erase the originals. Okay, we could trim this line away, but it might be quicker to erase these two and then connect lines from endpoint to endpoint of the arcs. Let's do that. We'll erase and erase. And then we'll redraw the portion that we want to save. Enter, enter, enter. Okay, we'll trim away almost half of this circle here, there, and there. Trim. And 2022 has everything a cutting edge, which is to our advantage. There we go. Hit enter to conclude the trim command. We're back to type a command. Now let's find this point here. From there is a 1/4-inch to the right and all right, from here is a 1/4-inch to the right and 1 unit up. Okay, we'll draw chalk lines now. Snap there, polar track to the right. Oh, let's start from the bottom. Line, snap, center at the bottom, polar track straight to the right. You could draw it there and move it, but we've started already. I've started already. 0.25 to the right, hit enter, which happens to be the quadrant of that. If I'd realized it, I could have started at the quadrant and then go up 1, enter. Oh, I was slid off the polar tracking. I hate it when that happens. Undo, let's be more careful. 1, enter, enter to finish. Right there is where we start the first 1/4-inch diameter circle. Copy it straight up 2 units and then copy both of them 1 3/8 to the right and then rotate them all about that point there, a -17 degrees. Let's draw a circle center diameter. Snap at the end of the line. The hole is 1/4, 0.25. Okay, let's copy it. Again, we'll draw the 4 circles about the X and Y axes, and then rotate at least these 3, and rotate all 4 of them -17 degrees. We'll copy this guy. Got type a command, good. Click copy, select the circle, enter. Pick any point, and the second point, polar track straight up 2 units. Hit enter to finish. Might have been able to make a copy there. Didn't think fast enough. Let's see. We'll copy both of these with a regular window that encloses the 2 circles with nothing else. Hit enter. Pick a point anywhere, and those should be copied 1.375 to the right. Yes, enter. Enter to finish the copy command. Now we need to rotate at least these three, just as easy to pick all four. Type a command prompt, good. We'll rotate. I'll select all four. Yep, got four found. Hit enter to conclude our selection set. Select that end or center point. We want to rotate approximately there. Since it's a clockwise angle, we type -17 to rotate clockwise. Enter. All that's left is clean up the guidelines. Type a command, good. Click erase. Click, click. Enter. Save your file as exercise 318. That concludes this tutorial. End the meeting.